Let us begin with the module on types of optical fiber. As you know, optical fiber consists of three parts: core, cladding and jacket. The refractive index of core is greater than that of the cladding, while jacket, which is outside, is just a protective covering. It is necessary to have more refractive index of core than that of the cladding for proper propagation of light through optical fiber. Total internal reflection is the phenomena which is necessary for this. So, the propagation of the light will be carried out due to the difference in the refractive index of core and cladding. These optical fibers are available using different materials like say glass or silica, plastic, depending upon the requirement of the application. Different manufacturers do it for different reasons, most of the time due to economic reasons. The refractive index profile, then the number of rays which are being transmitted through the optical fiber are the basic categories in which these optical fibers are classified. Learning objectives. Introduction. Optical fibers are classified based on the refractive index profile, number of modes transmitted through the fiber, and tapered fiber. Optical fibers are broadly classified depending upon the refractive index profile. The two major categories or the classification of optical fiber is step index optical fiber and graded index optical fiber. Why the name step index or why the name graded index, I will explain you in this particular module. So let us see why it is so. Consider the step index optical fiber. What do you mean by step? Step means a sudden change from one level to other. All of you know that the refractive index of core is different than that of the cladding. So there should be a step change in the refractive index when you say that it is a step index optical fiber. So generally the optical fibers which are used are step index, in which there is a continuous refractive index, say N1 or N2 depending upon what you consider. Here we consider it as N2 of the core. So there is no change in the refractive index unless and until there is a core, and whenever there is a cladding or whenever there is a beginning of the cladding, there is a sudden change from N2 to N1. N2 is of course greater than N1. So this step change is there, and hence it is called as step index optical fiber. It has its own advantages and disadvantages, but this is the basic idea of step index optical fiber. Now in case of graded index optical fiber, from the name itself you can say that there is some graded or gradient which is associated with the refractive index. Now what is this gradient? The gradient is related to the refractive index of the core. So at the center of the say core, so along the axis, say for example, you can say that the refractive index is maximum and it is slowly decreasing as you go away from the core towards the periphery of the core. So there is some type of gradient. Now this gradient can be a linear gradient, it can be a parabolic gradient, it can be a Gaussian gradient, anything. So but there is a gradient. Gradient means a continuous variation in the refractive index from center towards the periphery. So this is related to the core. Now as you go towards the cladding part, the refractive index of cladding is constant, which is N2, and of course even if there is a gradient in the core, the refractive index of that particular core is of course greater than that of the cladding, and it is necessary. Okay. So whenever you say two types of optical fibers depending upon the refractive index, then step index and the graded index are the two major types related to it. Classification of optical fibers depending upon the number of modes transmitted through the fiber. Single mode fiber and multi-mode fiber. In case of single mode fiber, from the name itself, it is carrying only one mode or only one mode is transmitted through it, the condition for the single mode operation is given by V number of the fiber, where V number is some characteristic parameter of the optical fiber. It is given by the relation V is equal to 2 pi Na square root of 2 delta upon lambda, where delta is the difference in the refractive index of core and cladding and A is the core radius, lambda is the operating wavelength. In case of single mode fiber, single ray is transmitted along the length of the optical fiber. It is also called as the meridional ray. It has following characteristics. Only one path of propagation is available. Generally, V number is less than 2.405. Core diameter is very small, which is of the order of micrometer. There is no dispersion effect. Bandwidth of the order of 1000 MHz. Generally used in long haul communication, that is long distance communication. But the disadvantage is its fabrication is difficult and costly. Multi-mode fiber. If more than one mode is transmitted through the optical fiber, then it is called as multi-mode fiber. Generally, these fibers have larger core radii in order to make optical power easily launched into the fiber. As you see in the diagram, number of rays enter into the optical fiber and propagated through it due to the total internal reflection phenomenon. These optical fibers have following characteristic. More than one path is available. V number greater than 2.405. Core diameter is larger, of the order of millimeter. Higher dispersion. Low bandwidth, which is 50 MHz only. Used generally for short distance communication. Fabrication is less difficult and less costly as compared to single mode fiber. Depending upon the refractive index profile and the number of modes propagated through the optical fiber, they are further classified as step index single mode fibers, step index multi-mode fibers, graded index single mode fibers, graded index multi-mode fibers. So let us look at these fibers one by one. Step index single mode fibers. Their core diameter is very small as compared to the wavelength that is being transmitted through it. The refractive index profile has a step change from core to cladding. If you look at the diagram, you can see that the step index single mode fiber has the following refractive index, where N2 is the refractive index of core and N1 is the refractive index of cladding. Only single wave light source is used for this purpose. The main characteristics of step index single mode optical fibers are: they have very small core diameters, low numerical aperture, low attenuation, very high bandwidth. Step index multi-mode fibers. The light that is coming from any point source will have several paths with different angle of incidence at the boundary layer. Light wave meeting the core cladding interface at an angle less than critical angle will pass into and absorbed by the cladding. Various light waves traveling along the core will have different propagation paths of different path lengths. So if you see the step index multi-mode fiber, then there is a step change having more core diameter. Step change in the refractive index is observed. So you can see number of rays which are being transmitted through the optical fiber. Graded index single mode fiber. In this, the propagation of light through the single mode graded index fiber is similar to that for the step index fiber. The light wave travels along the axis of the optical fiber or center of the optical fiber. Graded index multimode fiber. Light waves or rays with large angle of incidence travel more path length than those with the smaller angles. The variation of refractive index of the core of the graded index fiber with radius r measured from the center of the core is given by the following equation. In this, N1 is the refractive index of the cladding and delta is the refractive index difference and P is the index profile. Graded index multimode fiber. The light enters into the optical fiber and it travels as shown in the diagram. This particular nature of light being propagated through the graded index fiber is explained in the earlier module. Other than these two types, there are other optical fiber types depending upon the application in which they are used. Plastic fibers. Plastic fibers are manufactured from a polymer preform drawing into a fiber. The losses associated with this type of fiber is about hundreds of dB. It operates under 125 degrees Celsius. They are used in sensors, process control and short distance communication. Features of plastic fibers: high light gathering capacity, larger core area, low cost components, and it uses visible region LEDs. They are easy to connect or couple. Special optical fibers: high purity silica fiber, that is HPSUV. It is suitable for transmission of light in the range of 180 to 800 nanometers. It is coated with aluminium, which gives very high mechanical strength and extra power handling capacity. They operate at about 400 degrees Celsius and also in vacuum. High purity silica fiber, that is HPSUV, their characteristics are: the type of the fiber that is used is step index multimode. Core material used is high purity synthetic silica. Cladding material used is doped silica and the primary coating is aluminium or polymer. Secondary coating is polymer. Numerical aperture 0.24, tensile strength 7 G Pascal. Minimum bend radius is 40 times the fiber radius. Temperature range is -169 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius and 100% humidity. Attenuation values are 1.248 nanometer for particular type of laser and 2.308 nanometer for xenon laser. Radiation resistance is good. Maximum intensity of the transmitted power is, if you consider the continuous wave, then it is up to 100 kilowatt per centimeter square, and for pulsed it is up to 500 kilowatt per centimeter square. Next type is high purity silica, that is HPSIR. Similar to HPSUV fiber with slightly different dopants. Wavelength is near infrared from 500 nanometer to 2600 nanometer. Next is chalcogenide fiber. It is used for the transmission of light from 1 to 0.6 micrometer range. Low cost. There are two types of this chalcogenide fiber, A and B. The difference is in the attenuation. The characteristic features are: the type of the fiber used is step index multimode, core material is AS2S3, cladding material is ASX to S1-X, primary coating is PTFE, secondary coating is PTFE or PVC, numerical aperture 0.3 to 0.5, bend radius less than 10 nanometer, temperature range is 200 to 400 degrees Celsius, attenuation values for A type 0.1 dB per meter, for B type 0.6 dB per meter, radiation resistance is good, maximum intensity of transmitted power is 100 watt for CO laser, core diameters are different, that is they are Cal 100 means 100 micrometer is the core diameter, Cal 200 micrometer is the core diameter, and Cal 300 has 300 micrometer as the core diameter. Next type is halide fibers, able to transmit the light up to 15 micrometer. They are flexible and convenient than other systems for the long wavelengths. The normal lifetime of these fiber is 6 to 12 months depending upon how they are used. Characteristics are: numerical aperture less than 0.7, outer diameter with protective covering is 0.36 to 1.5 mm, core diameter 0.1 to 1.2 mm, attenuation at 10.6 micrometer, that is CO2 laser is 0.5 to 1.5 dB per meter, attenuation at 5 to 6 micrometer, that is CO2 laser less than 2 dB. Usable wavelength range is 3 to 15 millimeter. Maximum length available is less than 15 meter. Yield strength 150 to 170 MPa. Radius of elastic bending is greater than 0.4 centimeter. Operating temperature greater than 100 degrees Celsius. Next one is the tapered optical fiber. They are useful for getting maximum amount of power from a poor quality laser spot into the fiber. The concept of conversion of brightness states that the spatial and the angular parameters of the light anywhere within or at either end of the taper are mutually connected by a formula A1 square N1 square sin square theta 1 is equal to A0 N0 square sin square theta 0, where n's and thetas represent the refractive indices and angles respectively. Subscripts 1 and 0 refer to input and output. Consider the structure of the optical fiber. It has wider core diameter at one end and smaller diameter at the other end. This specific structure is to gather more light from the weak light source and collect this light intensity, couple it for the further processing. Characteristics: input to output ratio is 5:1. Input core diameter is generally 100 micrometer to 4 millimeter. Output core diameter is 50 micrometer to 1.5 millimeter. Taper length is 1 to 3 meter. Total length is 3 to 10 meter. Core material is pure synthetic silica. Primary coating aluminum or acrylic. Optional secondary coating is epoxy, acrylate or fluoropolymers. Temperature range 196 to 400 degrees Celsius and 100% humidity. Radiation resistance good. Power transmission for continuous wave 100 kilowatt per centimeter square. For pulsed 145 or 500 kilowatt per centimeter square. Numerical aperture 0.24. Some other types of optical fibers are high birefringence fiber, which is also called as type HB, also called as polarization preserving fibers, used in variety of optical fiber sensors. Then rare earth doped optical fibers. Erbium doped optical fibers are now being used extensively in optical amplifier applications. They are also called as ED type fibers. So these are the different types of optical fibers depending upon their applications. Now let us compare the step index and graded index optical fiber. In the step index part, the bandwidth obtained is 50 MHz, while in graded index it is 200 to 600 MHz. In this, the modal dispersion is more, while it is less as compared to step index. Numerical aperture length is about 0.2 to 0.5 for the loss of 12 dB per kilometer, and for graded index it is 0.16 to 0.2 for 5 to 12 dB per kilometer. Let us summarize this module. In this module, we have seen different types of optical fiber. If you consider a category of say refractive index profile, then depending upon the refractive index, it is broadly classified as step index and graded index. Depending upon the number of modes that are being transmitted through the optical fiber. So what do you mean by modes? Are the number of rays which are actually being transmitted through the optical fiber, and it depends upon what is the diameter of that optical fiber. So if you consider the diameter which is of the order of say micrometer, then we call it as a single mode optical fiber, and this is because a single ray of light can be transmitted through it along the axis of the optical fiber. When you consider a larger diameter, the number of rays which enter into the optical fiber are more, and hence we call it as multi-mode optical fiber. So depending upon the number of rays which are being transmitted through the optical fiber, we have classified them as a single mode and multi-mode. Now again, can we just combine the index profile and the number of rays which are being transmitted, and the combination of this is step index, single mode optical fiber, graded index, single mode optical fiber, step index, multi-mode optical fiber, graded index, multi-mode optical fiber. So it is the combination or hybrid type of these two types of optical fiber. So what are their advantages and disadvantages, which is the most powerful or which has minimum loss, that is discussed in this particular module. Again, there are other types of the optical fiber like say tapered optical fiber, where the diameter of the optical fiber at the one end is more than that of the other end. So it is tapering towards the end. So like that, so depending upon the application, these types are derived. So some economical reasons are there, application oriented reasons are there, and these specifically have some different materials which are used depending upon the application. Say for example, if you are using them for eye surgery, you cannot use a larger optical fiber. It should be of the order of say few micrometer or less than that. Some material composition, the material that is used for fabrication of the optical fiber should be changed as per the requirement. Then again we have classified them as a step index, graded index, but we have to compare them in terms of their performance parameters. So they are also compared in this particular module. So if you see in detail which is one is important or more useful, more performance oriented than the other. So like that you have to compare them in terms of their performance parameters. And lastly, we have seen their applications in different fields like industry, military, say aerospace, or one of the most important application of optical fiber. I am not explaining it here right now, but it is a fiber optic sensors that we will see in the later modules. But remember that this is also a very important application of optical fiber. Thank you very much.